adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. A consortium of civil society organizations threatens to take legal action regarding the alleged existence of so-called ghost chiefs. Police recaptures 5 of the 41 individuals who escaped from lawful custody in Nakonde. And Trump says non-US movies to be hit with 100% tariffs. This bulletin is live on our Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. A consortium of civil society organizations has revealed that its intentions to take legal action regarding the alleged existence of the so-called ghost chiefs drawing salaries from taxpayers' money. On 29th April 2025, the consortium formally submitted a request to the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Local Government, urging the publication of the official on the government payroll. Consortium and Solomon Ngoma says, given the continued silence from the Ministry of Local Government on the request, the consortium now finds it necessary to pursue legal recourse. Mr. Ngoma says the consortium stands with the policy of the government not to resuscitate any chiefdom which were demoted by the colonial regime from chiefs to sub-chiefs or indunas like Musaka, as evidenced by the document.
Some of the chiefs being on the map of 1958 map and being the 286 chiefs are legally handed over to the Zambian government in 1964. These traditional leaders are excluded from receiving the constitutionally mandated benefits under Article 167, paragraph B, number 2 and number 1 and number 2 of the Constitution, which include privileges and state-funded subsidies. The disparity not only determine the integrity of the chieftaincy institution, but also contribute to the physical inefficiency and inequality among traditional leaders.
The Zambia Police Service has recaptured 5 of the 41 individuals who escaped from lawful custody at Nakonde Police Station yesterday. The incident was officially reported at 16:05 hours by Mr. Mayumbelo Muzumi, the officer in charge at Nakonde Police Station. Those recaptured include a 17-year-old male juvenile previously facing a charge of theft, a 15-year-old male juvenile previously facing a charge of vandalism, Singoi Stanley, aged 62, facing a charge of murder, Edward Sekanyika, aged 33, facing a charge of murder, Chimwemwe Ngambi, aged 21, also facing a charge of murder. According to the report, a total of 41 suspects comprising convicts, remandees, individuals pending court appearance, and those under active investigation escaped after overpowering the officer on duty. Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga stated that the escapees include individuals charged with or convicted of serious offenses such as murder, aggravated robbery, defilement, stock theft, and trafficking in psychotropic substances. Mr. Hamonga stated that on the day of the incident, officers reported for the day shift at Nakonde Police Station, and at around 16 hours, an officer proceeded to deliver the routine meal, Shima, to the suspects in custody. However, upon opening the mail cells, the officer was ambushed, put inside the cell block, and overpowered by the suspects, who then fled through the main cell door.
He was ambushed, pulled inside the cell block, and subdued by the suspects, who then fled through the main cell door. The escapees include individuals charged and convicted for serious offenses such as murder, aggravated robbery, defilement, stock theft, and trafficking in psychotropic substances. Following the escape, a docket of case was promptly opened and officers were immediately dispatched to the field. As of 17 hours yesterday, 5 suspects had been successfully reapprehended. These include a male juvenile aged 18 previously facing a charge of theft.
The Ministry of Technology and Science today launched the Energy Skills for Youth project. The initiative comes at a crucial time in Zambia's socio-economic development trajectory, as the ministry seeks to harness the power of the youth population to drive the green and digital transformation from the onset. In his remarks, Ministry of Technology and Science Permanent Secretary Brilliant Havenzu reiterated that the mission and vision as government is to empower the young people with practical future-proof skills they need to thrive in an evolving economy. He said the Energy Skills for Youth project responds to this mission by delivering specialized skills in solar photovoltaic technology. The permanent secretary said this is a sector with enormous potential for job creation, sustainable energy access, and climate resilience. He added that the project strongly aligns with the 2020 TEVET policy, which emphasizes industry responsive training, competency based training models, tailored to market needs and increased access to skills development for women, youth, and persons with disabilities. Strengthened linkages between training institutions and industry to improve employability and entrepreneurship outcomes. The Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Gift Sialubalo, has called for the immediate realignment of the Kasama Municipal Council following a monitoring tour of various Constituency Development Fund (CDF) projects in Kasama Central constituency. During the visit, Mr. Sialubalo expressed grave concern over the substandard quality and questionable pricing of some projects being implemented under the CDF. He stated that the state of some projects did not reflect value for money, despite government's substantial investment in decentralized development. He stressed that government has made decentralization a cornerstone of its development agenda by increasing allocations to the CDF in order to empower communities, address local needs, and improve service delivery at the grassroots level. The minister directed that the performance of the Kasama Municipal Council be reviewed as a matter of urgency and that corrective measures be instituted to ensure the proper management and execution of CDF projects moving forward. He added that officers responsible for overseeing these projects will be held accountable in accordance with established government procedure. This is contained in a statement issued by Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Principal Public Relations Officer Liseli Kanyanga. And in other news trending this evening, Health Minister Elijah Muchima has expressed heartfelt gratitude for the dedicated efforts of the Zambia Flying Doctors Service (ZFDS) in addressing critical health needs in remote and underserved communities across the country. The Zambia Revenue Authority (ZRA) says reliance to the Domestic Resource Mobilization (DRM) is fundamental to the political and economic sovereignty. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Marco Polo Towers Company Limited has with immediate effect temporarily suspended production operations at its main factory. Marco Polo Towers Company Limited Human Resource Manager Claire Monga says this follows an illegal strike action taken by a section of employees over issues arising from staff salary increments, which had already been paid, but the employees wanted the salary and the increment paid separately and not as one. Mr. Monga says the strike action that started on May 1st, 2025, disrupted normal business operations at the factory. Mr. Monga says Marco Polo Tao's company values transparency, fairness, and constructive dialogue in all employee relations. He says, following extensive negotiations with the union, a collective agreement on staff salary increments was reached and fully implemented. He says, based on the signed collective agreement, employees were paid in full the agreed salary increment arrears. Mr. Monga says, despite this, a section of employees have opted to engage in protest action, disregarding the spirit and outcome of the collective bargaining process. He added that this action threatens the company assets and undermines established industrial relations protocols. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in foreign news, US President Donald Trump says he will not hit movies made in foreign countries with 100% tariffs as he ramps up trade disputes with nations around the world. Trump said he was authorizing the U.S. Department of Commerce and Trade representative to start the process to impose the levy because America's movie industry was dying a very fast death. He blamed a concerted effort by other countries that offer incentives to attract filmmakers and studios, which he described as a national security threat. And in sports news, the Football Association of Zambia FAZ joins the rest of the football family in mourning former Power Dynamos coach Gaston Mutobo. Mr. Mutobo, who led Power Dynamos to the 2000 FAZ Super League title, died on Sunday morning at Progress Hospital in Kitwe, with the funeral being held in Nkana East. FAZ President Andrew Kamanga says the demise of Mr. Mutobo was a great loss to the football community that had benefited a lot from the deceased. Kamanga says on behalf of the football family has conveyed condolences to the Mutobo family on the passing of this football servant. His service to the game left an indelible footprint with league victory in 2000 at Power Dynamos. He mentioned that in a way, Mutobo may have died a fulfilled man, having passed on at a time his beloved club lifted their latest league title. Mutobo's coaching journey saw him ply his trade in Botswana for clubs like Botswana Defence Forces, Nico United, and Tafik. And now the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The evening is mainly cloudy, slightly windy, and mild to warm with isolated showers. Maximum temperature is ranging between 22 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. A consortium of civil society organizations has revealed its intentions to take legal action regarding the alleged existence of so-called ghost chiefs drawing salaries from taxpayers' money. The Zambia Police Service has recaptured 5 of the 41 individuals who escaped from lawful custody at Nakonde Police Station yesterday. And finally, US President Donald Trump says he will hit movies made in foreign countries with 100% tariffs as he ramps up trade disputes with nations around the world. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and YouTube, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Enjoy the rest of the evening.